Teenage Mutant Needle Teetles, Teenage Mutant Needle Teetles,
Oh,
Teenage Mutant Needle Teetles, Needle Teedle Teedle Boodle, Teenage Mutant Needle Teetles, Teenage Mutant Needle Teetles, Teenage Mutant Needle Teetles, Nee.
Greetings and welcome to the Faustian Films podcast. My name is Faust. My pronouns are he, him. Joining me are my co-hosts.
hello. I'm very confused. Was that our intro?
Yes, that's gonna be our intro for this week.
Okay. Hello, I'm Profano. How's it going? He, him.
I'm Sorrow. I use all pronouns. And I provided the beautiful theme song this week.
Yes.
Do you know this thrash metal cover of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle song?
I do.
Yeah, that's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. It is really good. What was that band again? Was it Bounded by Blood?
Yes, Bounded by Blood. Not to be
Nice.
confused with Band, which is a different band.
Uh,
Which are
confu-
all
Sorry, confused with what now?
Bloodbound.
Right. Yeah, that's the power metal band, right?
Yes, exactly.
Um, so have you guys had a good Science Miss?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did,
I
did
got a new shirt and some deodorant, and that's it.
Oh, nice. I got a pin with Edgar Allan Poe with multiple heads on it, and I got a Vertigo T-shirt, which is one of Alfred Hitchcock's best movies. How about you, Sorrow? What have you gotten?
I got a necklace with a ghost on it, and I got a puzzle of some rock albums,
Nice.
Nice.
and I got a Night in the Woods shirt because I just finished
Oh,
that game.
I played a little bit of that game. It seems really good, actually.
it's
Yeah,
I don't know it very well. Is it like a story-driven choice decision game?
Vertigo?
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, Night in the Woods.
Yeah, but I thought he said Vertigo.
No,
Oh,
no. I'm
Okay.
talking about Night in the Woods. I don't know much about it, but it does give that vibe of graphic novel. No,
Yeah.
not graphic novel. What do you call it?
Visual
whatever.
novel?
No, not visual novel.
Huh.
Like those point and click games, kind of like that. I don't know point and click, but a story-driven, choice-driven,
Choose your own adventure.
choose your own adventure. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And
I've not played.
if my memory serves me, it kind of has platforming elements too, right, Sorrow?
Uh,
yeah.
I don't like that.
But I love
Oh,
platforming.
I dropped the last Doom game just because of the platforming. It's so fucking awful. Oh my god, I hate it. I
Well,
hate it.
platforming in first person usually sucks. Um,
I think Titanfall 2 did pretty well.
yeah. I mean, you don't have to worry about, you know, making sure you're onto ledges, using, the relative position of your first person, as much because you can run off walls.
And you have a jetpack.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't remember. I think you do.
One game I think that really benefits from platforming is Prey, which I've been playing a lot. I really love this game. It falls under the immersive sim, design philosophy. It's not really a genre, it's a design philosophy. Have you guys heard of that? I'm of immersive sim.
An immersive sim.
Yeah, an immersive sim.
I've heard of it, yeah, but I don't know what it means.
So yeah, excuse me, sinuses. It's a game set in an internally consistent environment. So the mechanics are kind of designed, around the environment, which makes sense in itself. Kind of like the opposite of how Mario is set in an abstract environment meant to, create fun moment-to-moment gameplay at the expense of the immersion. The reason why it's not really a genre is because it could fall under any kind of genres, like how Thief the Metal Age is an immersive sim, but it's more of a stealth game, or Deus Ex is and Prey are action RPGs. Um, what I love so much about these games is that they... Why do you have an upside down question
Uh,
mark?
that was an accident. I'm sorry.
Okay, okay. I'll let you off. I'll let you off the hook this time. But what I love so much about these games is that they, they don't reward you for playing it like a normal game. Their worlds are kind of indifferent to your existence, which makes, your achievements more meaningful to you, and it's easier to get lost in these kinds of worlds because they have so much backstory, which makes them make sense and resemble their worlds as if they were real. Have you played? Sorry,
Excuse me. Oh, sorry.
have you played BioShock?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There are only a couple of games that fall under this genre because it's a bit more niche, but yeah, I'd highly recommend Prey for anybody who's into that. Profano, I feel like your turn has been a little bit brief. Were you playing something else lately?
I played Among Us yesterday.
Ah, Among Us. Among Us.
Yes.
What
Very
is
fun.
Among Us?
They
I've
have
never
some-
heard of that.
You've never heard of Among Us? I just get it. Yeah, I played yesterday. It's fun. I mean, it has some new roles, but we didn't want to try those, so we just played regular Among Us, and it was fun.
New roles.
Yeah. Sorry, roles, not rules.
Oh, yeah.
Roles.
Yeah, I thought that's what you said.
Okay.
So it has what, like a class system, or?
Yeah, like some new classes you can have. Like you still have imposter and crewmate, but within those you have like special classes you can have. It's just four though. They're not that game changing really,
Yeah. That sounds...
but we didn't try them, so I don't know.
Yeah. That sounds interesting. I never really got into that game. I guess I have some social phobia and don't have a lot of people I'd be willing to play it with, but
No, I know I played it with randos. It just seems kind of dumb.
yeah, exactly.
It's more like a friend thing.
Yeah.
Another game I also played yesterday that I haven't played in a while is Gothic Phone.
Gothic Phone?
Gothic Phone.
No. What is that?
It's a game. Usually, you need at least 4 players to play. I'd say. Well, if you play with 4 players, first you have to write a prompt. The second, then everyone has to draw someone else's prompt. Then someone else has to guess someone else's drawing. And then the fourth, yeah, and then the fourth turn. In the fourth turn, everyone has to draw the previous guess of the drawing. I don't know if you haven't been clear here.
I have kind of an idea of what's going on, but yeah, I've played, party games involving drawing before. Like, I think Sorrow and I have played a lot of, that...
Pictionary?
Not exactly like Pictionary. Do you remember that drawing game, Sorrow?
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, where we have to draw something, and then we rotate who gets our first drawing. They have to guess what it's a drawing of on the next page, and it goes on, and then the next person has to draw that prompt that they write down, that guess.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's 4 prompts at the same time, and you go switching,
Yeah.
So you never go. Let's say your friend A has a prompt, and then friend B draws it, and then friend C guesses the draw, and then friend D draws the guess. So you never get the same prompt again.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah,
that's kind of how
like,
our game worked too.
yeah, it's really fun. We should play it, but we're only. No, censor that. Censor that.
I will. I will. No worries.
Okay.
Telestrations.
Yeah.
So-
That's what it's
Telestration.
called.
Now if I have something interesting to say, really, I'm just gonna be. Oh, I watched the movie. I watched a movie
Oh, what movie?
You watched
on my own. Yes, I did.
You did it.
Yes, but it's kind of cringe. I don't want.
You don't want to talk
I-
about it?
Uh, yeah, no, I do. I watched. I think Faust doesn't. I told Faust about when it was the first movie of this franchise. I don't think he knew it. Sorrow might know it though. I watched Divergent 2. Do you know? Do you guys know
Oh,
what
Divergent too.
Divergent.
I thought you said Divergent.
Divergent. Yeah, it's kind of
Satanic.
no.
If you've seen,
Divergent.
if you've enjoyed Divergent, then that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Do you know about this movie?
I do not, but sorrow.
It's. You know how the Hunger Games was like the big thing back then, and there's like a bunch of rip-offs of it, where it's kind of it's one of those rip-offs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I actually don't know anything about it. I just know it was really popular when.
you just know it's cringe. That's all you know.
Yeah.
All I know.
So
all I
as
knew.
said, I
Okay.
watched the sorry.
Sorry, go on.
I watched the second movie now, but I obviously watched the first one before. So basically, the world is divided into 5 groups based on the personality.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a whole thing, and you can have more than one personality, and if you have more than one, then you're an outcast who needs to be executed, basically. And
Oh.
the protag is one of those.
Interesting.
So as soon as she learns she's one, she tries to hide and tries to go to one of the groups and pretend she's one of them. And well, all hell breaks loose, and she has to escape. Whatever. It's one of those dystopian films, and I guess, I mean, it's like perfectly made for a 12-year-old girl to enjoy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, you have the relatable protag who's like, oh, it's my fault, I'm so bad at this, I'm so horrible. And then you have the hot guy who she's dating. And, well, I must say I'm one of those 12-year-old girls, I guess, because I am into that. I found the protag kind of relatable
Right.
sometimes. But, yeah, I wouldn't say it's top cinema. I wouldn't recommend it to a cinephile like you guys. But it was fun.
I mean,
I,
truth be told, we are literally living in Divergent.
Why?
I don't know. I just wanted to say so. But
Yeah. What? Go ahead.
nothing.
Okay. No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay, me neither. I did watch a cool movie last night instead of sleeping. At 3 a.m. I started watching this one called Henry: Portrait of a Serial Killer, which is a strange. It's a strange one about a man who kind of he has kind of a jaded attitude towards mass murder and does it out of boredom. It's centered around 2 siblings and their roommate. It's a very it is a very strange movie, actually. They know their roommate because the brother used to be in prison for killing his mother. But she actually found a romantic connection with this roommate because, because of their parental issues.
and they were roommates.
Yeah, roommates. Yeah, it's an interesting movie that doesn't have, serial killers as convenient villains and more tries to uh, make them relatable or humanistic. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
for that reason, I found it to be, a cut more, um, you know,
I
engaging than a
know.
lot of horror movies, or at least less. I find it actually less exploitative. How they give these psychopathic killers more humanity. Um,
Hmm.
but anyway, is there something else you guys wanted to talk about?
Um. No, I don't think so. What about you, Sorrow?
Not really.
Okay, well, let's move on to our next segment where we watch this movie by a filmmaker I actually know, Eric Whiting. He's a very cool, very talented guy whom I've actually gotten to talk to. And we're going to watch his film called Hellhounds. Now, since we don't really have a lot of frame of reference in regards to this, I'll just tell you a little bit about his style. He makes, character studies with, foul language and extended dialogue scenes. And one thing that makes his movies stand out is the usage of extreme metal soundtracks. I don't know how he acquires the said soundtracks, but um, he uses, licensed music to, you know, up the intensity of many scenes in their films, and I think that's actually how I found one of his movies. I was looking for a kind of horror movie that had um, black metal in the uh, music, and yeah, I I'm looking forward to seeing this since I enjoyed his other movies so much. Um,
Uh.
do you have
Okay.
anything you wanted to say, or should we just go on?
Um. Yeah, I don't think I have much to say today.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't know much about it yet. Sorrow,
No.
how about
Well,
you?
Not really. Um,
may I ask what kind of metal I should be expecting in this movie?
He uses a lot of black metal, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
in Ragmork. He used depressive black metal.
Ooh.
He used it. He used it as well in Primordial, and he also used some melodic death metal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, you could.
Any bands in
Um,
particular?
I can't remember the bands exactly. They used some, uh, clean musicianship. Nothing super raw, but still, you know, extreme and nothing symphonic either. Um, but
It is a
yeah,
horror movie.
um, he generally uses horror elements. So if you want to sit this one out because you don't think you can stomach it, or if you don't want to finish it because of something that happens, that's totally fine. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this, and I'll talk to you guys about it afterwards. Okay?
Okay.
I'll see you guys in a moment.
See ya.
Hello, and welcome back. There was a lot I really liked about that movie. I thought that it really captures what I really like about indie films, which is, their willingness to make decisions that draw some people while alienating others, such as, the use of nonlinear surrealism that movie would use, and the black and white cinematography used for, dream sequences. And you know, I prefer movies like that to movies that feel like they're paint by numbers for, you know, mass market appeal.
Hmm.
I also liked.
It's more personal, more like you're looking into the author's, the director's heart in a way.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah,
interesting.
exactly. I also thought the selection of metal was great.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
and yeah, you know, with all his films, he's really good with using these disturbing, nightmarish sequences, like the torture scene with the black metaler. Um, I also liked how the part where he was grunting, like, you know, the opening to Catharian Life Code. Um, there was some
Wait,
part. Oh, do you not know what that is?
I know what Catharian life code is, but was he actually grunting that?
Oh, it
Or no?
was. I don't think it was a direct reference. It just reminded me.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
there was also a lot of use of cool POV shots, that
Mm-hmm.
remind me a lot of Black Christmas and Halloween. Um, and
Yeah. What's that?
okay, those are you know, two famous slashers.
No. Oh, oh yeah, I know Halloween, of course. Yeah,
Right. Yep.
that's the Michael Myers one, right?
Yeah, yeah, Michael Myers.
Myers.
Um,
Okay.
hey, Sarah, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Um, there were some things I found, you know, pretty irksome about it. Such as some of the acting. It was inconsistent to say the least. The part where with the gunshot wound, this happened in Primordial 2, where they feel barely phased by it when common sense tells us that when somebody gets wounded by a gunshot, they should be wailing and flailing in mortal terror instead of, you know, being able to talk the way they do. Um, so that was definitely a misstep. Um, I'd say overall, I give this movie a thumbs up. Do you guys want to add anything?
Um, it was really scary.
Yeah, it
It
was really
had
scary.
monsters on it. That's a
Um,
horror movie.
Spooky, even.
oh yeah, spooky even.
Spooky.
I think what really adds to the disturbing factor is, you know, the unflinching use of nudity. He really uses his, you know, art house influences, wears his art house influences on his sleeve, and, you know, borrows from, yeah, a lot of, you know, the great disturbing movies. If my memory serves me, this is the first time he's used stop motion for his films. Uh, I thought that was pretty cool too. Yeah, stop motion does have a rather creepy vibe to it. I wonder, do you guys agree with that?
I used to be really scared by stop motion.
Yeah,
Like, you know, when it's like when it's done with clay, you know,
yeah, yeah. I think that's
that's
what was used.
that's yeah, stop motion with clay. When I was a kid, it really scared me for some reason. Like,
Right.
when you make humans with it, they just look lifeless, and it's scary, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I mean, I always found Wallace and Gromit to be comforting, but
Oh no, yeah, no, not that kind. They look fine. They look fine.
yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
um I think that
Hmm?
um if I was going to rate his movies, this would be at the bottom by default. He didn't make a ton of movies yet. Um I'd put Ragmork well above Primordial, followed by this one, Hellhounds, and
Oh, he's made only 3?
only 3 so far.
Uh-huh.
This was a 2013 movie.
Yeah, it was his first movie.
Yeah,
Right.
directing takes a lot of time,
Did you say
especially...
his name?
What?
Did you say his name?
Eric Whiting?
Okay, we should. I don't know. I feel like we didn't say it.
I said it in the
Oh,
intro.
yeah. All right. Good
Um,
memory.
yeah, is there something you want to add, Sorrow?
Not really. I just think my rating is like very average.
Very average? I
Yeah.
mean, it was definitely a weird affair. I think that it really resonated with me and Profano as metalheads and as people who like who are interested in black and white photography. But I don't blame you for having, more tepid results. But do you guys want to move on with our next segment?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So, what I wanted to talk about this week to Profano is try, in my own way, to explain the differences between horrors and thrillers. Now, they have a lot in common, and...
Wait, let me guess.
Yeah?
I would say thrillers are more like a serial killer oriented stuff instead of just plain old ghosts and stuff.
You're on the right track, and that goes into something I'm gonna mention. In my view, all horrors are thrillers, but not all thrillers are horrors. Both genres focus on eliciting a sense of dread and unease in their viewers, but what makes horrors unique is that they all attempt to invoke the terror of the unknown, and in other words, there's always something inexplicable or supernatural feeling about horror, but it doesn't necessarily need a supernatural element. It's just the reason why most horrors contain one. It's because, it's an easy way of making the antagonizing force more terrifying. But I think that movies like Psycho count because it's directed in such a way that Norman Bates is set up like, an unstoppable environmental force that, can't be reasoned with. Were you saying something, Sorrow?
No.
Oh, well, I just wanted to say that you're free to disagree with, anything I'm saying. I think this is a good discussion topic.
Okay, so the Psycho movie is the one with the bathroom scene.
Yes, the bathroom scene.
Okay, very famous.
Yeah. I think that's a very disturbing scene because, it's voyeuristic. It brings you to someone's most intimate moment and shocks them with shocks the viewer with a brutal murder. And it doesn't show the villain. I think that's very important to making it more of a horror than a thriller moment, is that the villain is still inexplicable and, doesn't get, identified in the viewer's eye. I think it's one of the reasons why I consider the first Alien movie from 1978 to be a horror movie, and why its sequel Aliens to be a sequel. Its sequel Aliens to be a thriller, because making those xenomorphs killable really took away, their inexplicable mystique. I think an example of a thriller video game would be Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, which, creates extreme levels of tension, yet lacks any fantastical element or seemingly fantastical elements that can elevate it to, the state of horror. And a good example of a horror video game is Alien Isolation, which is very faithful to the original Alien movie. And I think it also uses the philosophy of having the alien, just an obstacle that can't be reasoned with or killed in any way. So the player has to rely on subversion, and players have to cope with it by, not thinking about it too hard. I think, that's what makes it a very good horror game. Did you have anything you wanted to add, Sorrow?
Not really.
I have something.
Yeah, go on.
Alfred Hitchcock is dead.
Yes.
I thought he was who's the guy who has that video vibing to thrash metal?
Oh, that's Anthony Hopkins.
Basically the same name.
uh,
I was like, oh look, this movie Psycho is directed by the guy who's a fan of what's the band again? Lich King. But no.
yeah.
So he's dead. Oh boy.
They are very similar personality-wise. They have a similar sophisticated British cadence, and I can't blame you too hard for mixing up the two. But yeah, Alfred Hitchcock is long since buried. I hope that this has been a relatively comprehensive look into my view of what makes a horror a horror. I don't have too much else to add this week. I'm not feeling very well today, so we're going to have a shorter session today. I hope that you guys have enjoyed our get-together.
Did you know that Alfred Hitchcock didn't have a belly button?
What? Are you serious?
Did he really not? Wait, is
I
there
mean,
a picture of that?
He had a surgery and couldn't keep his belly button.
Oh my god, that's really sad.
Belly button. Can I see? I want to see it. Oh, wait.
Well, how can he be
No,
moved?
they aren't. Why aren't they?
Oh my goodness.
What are the pictures of his belly buttonless bottom? That's
Well, then, how can he be moved?
Oh no. That's really sad. No wonder he makes so...
him with sausages.
Oh, what?
A picture of him with sausages.
I'm looking this up.
What?
Sausages.
Sausages.
Oh wow, that's a lot of sausages. I feel like that's from Alfred Hitchcock Presents, which is his TV show. Oh, yeah, where, he does absurd things in the intro, like play Russian roulette with himself, and yeah.
Is that where he vibed to Lich King?
Oh, you troll. But yeah,
At least 2 sausages.
it's no wonder to me why he makes so many horrors and thrillers, because he had to experience the pain of being an outsider with no belly button. if I
I'm
were,
surprised he didn't make a serial killer who stitches everyone's belly buttons together.
oh wow, yeah, that would be so Hitchcockian.
It's really scary, actually. Imagine just some guy breaking into your house, tying you up, and stitching your belly buttons together.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awful. Yeah, that's
exactly.
terrifying.
Um, so I'm feeling pretty content for this week. Um, I know it's been a shorter session, but there's not a whole lot we could do with how we've all been feeling lately. So I hope that everyone had a good time. Do you want to take off? I'll take
I'm fine.
I'll take that as a yes from you, Bravano.
Alright.
My name has been Faust.
My name has been Profano.
My name has been Sorrow.
Oh, and do you want to sing the outro, Sorrow?
Oh, me name's Tootin's Needle Teetles, me name's Tootin's Needle Teetles, me name's Tootin' Needle Teetles, Needle Teetles, Needle Teetles.
Very good. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.